felt that I would like to, for once, do a strip about a teenager who isn't a sidekick, but he is the hero. And I want to make him like a real teenager. He's not a guy who can do anything and never has a problem. But I had to come up with a name.
Spider-Man! What did you expect, Peter Pan?
And lo, a legend was born.
It's time for the running of the Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
You from Queens. You got that suit. You help a lot of poor people. I just thought you was gonna be black.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
I don't know. There's gotta be a black Spider-Man somewhere out there.
How many more Spider people are there?
Peter!
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Jimmy. What are like some of the craziest villains that you guys have fought? These guys are bad news.
Looks like we got competition.
Hey, come on, you should still be shooting me.
Alright.
Peter, Peter, Peter. No good deed goes unpunished.
Please, this is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it.
You have a gift. You have power. And with great power, there must also come great responsibility.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Come on, Peter Siegel.
Just consider it a good deed from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's me, by the way. I'm Spider-Man.
Stark chose you. He made you an Avenger. I need that. The world needs that.
All right, Parker. Whatever comes next, you can handle it.
Somebody's gonna look after the little guy, right?
Please welcome our host, Brendan Davis.
Well, hello, D23! People, this is amazing. A lot of people who I think like Spider-Man? Spider-Man fans here. Do you guys remember your introduction to Spider-Man? Does anybody remember like the first time you guys ever met the character? We'll talk. I want to hear your story. I'm gonna share mine real quick if that's okay. I remember, for me, there's a million ways you can meet this character now. You can meet him through comics, you can meet him through animation, movies, video games. For me, I remember like that excitement of going to the movies at midnight to see Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. That was so cool. That was it. I was hooked, and I made my mom take me to the comic book shop after that when I grew up in New Jersey. And I was like, Mom, there's like already 400 issues of these. Can we track down all of them? We got a few though, and I was hooked. That was it. And here I am today talking about Spider-Man. What a story. That's my origin story. But Spider-Man's origin story started 65 years ago. So we are going to start at the beginning during this celebration of 65 years of Spider-Man, which is on the pages of Marvel Comics. And who better to help us celebrate this character than Marvel Comics Spider-Man editor Nick Lowe and writer Joe Kelly. Welcome to D23.
Thank you very much. Pretty cool. It's amazing. Look at all these beautiful people.
I would love it. I just told my origin story, my introduction to Spider-Man. Do you remember your introduction to this character? How did you guys meet Spider-Man for the first time?
I think the first time was when my mom, Joan Lowe, bought me Spider-Man underoos. I think the underoos were the first, and then it was the Spidey cartoon in the early 90s. And I fell in love. Yes, big fan.
We've got a picture of that.
Yeah.
For me, it was that theme song, that cartoon. You know, reruns from when I was was a kid, that was the first one, and then a box of comics that an uncle gave me, hooked from there.
Still have that box? Good night.
Oh yeah, no, I just
What's your address, by the way? When you are working on one of the most popular characters in Marvel Comics, who's been around for 65 years and told so many stories, how do you find ways to continue innovating and delivering fresh stories with Spider-Man on the pages of Marvel Comics?
Well, it all starts with the character that Steve Ditko and Stan Lee created. I mean, they created the greatest fictional character in history, as far as I'm concerned. And there's the mask, of course, and anyone can be under that. And it's about Peter Parker more than Spider-Man, but it's in everyone. So at least what I try to work with my writers to do is look inside of you. Where's Spider-Man inside of you, and what can you bring out of yourself that we haven't seen before with Peter Parker?
And they used to give this terrible writing advice, back in the day where it's like, write what you know. Terrible writing advice. And what it's become, what we realize is it's write who you are. And that really works for Spidey. It's like all of your angst and your anxieties or your worries, that is Peter Parker. Because I've never swung from a building. I have climbed some buildings, I don't want to, I have. But it's that part, it's that element of Peter where you take your own guts and you put them in the page. So.
I think one of many of our favorite things is seeing Spider-Man interact with other characters from the Marvel Universe. He's got a lot of friendly friends as well. Are there any heroes or other characters, allies of Spider-Man, that you guys particularly enjoy telling stories with alongside the wall crawler himself?
I think my favorite is Wolverine. I love having Spidey. Any fans out there, Wolverine? The gruff, angry, surly Wolverine with your bouncy, bubbly Spider-Man, I think it always works. It always works.
Yeah, it's a good combo. The other character that I have a long relationship with is Deadpool. So, so Spidey, Deadpool, both funny but in very, very different ways. So when those guys are together and we did a series like that, that's always great.
Do you have a favorite villain?
Favorite villain? I mean, Doc Ock is it for me. Doc Ock, both in the comics and movies and everything. He's just as smart, or maybe even smarter than Spider-Man, but he's just so much angrier, and he never had an Aunt May or an Uncle Ben. And I think that's it's kind of like your sliding door difference between them in a lot of ways.
It's the fishbowl for me. It's Mysterio. There's got to be Mysterio fan out there. He is the best, awesome design, scary. Love Mysterio.
Right around the corner, we're about to hit a milestone of 1,000 issues with this character. The third character to ever hit that milestone in comics. That's incredible. Congratulations on adding to that legacy. What can you tease about this mega anthology issue 1,000?
Joe, you want to talk about the main story?
Sure, yeah. I mean, the main story drawn by Pepe Larraz, who's unbelievable, absolutely killing it, top of his game. We're going to introduce a brand new villain. His name is Ravage. I think we're allowed to say that.
Yep.
There he is. Ravage is going to make Spidey's life incredibly difficult. This is one of those stories where I think you can say this changes everything and mean it. That's really exciting. And it's got a ton of heart. It's got everything you want. And even if this is your literal first issue of Spider-Man to pick up, you can follow this story. It is the ongoing next chapter, but you can pick it up and get from page 1.
And on top of Ravage, in the months leading up to this, we introduced that Peter has a cousin that he never knew about. Aunt May and Uncle Ben have a son that they didn't know about. When he was born in the hospital, there was some mischief made, and there was a swapped at birth. They thought their baby died in the hospital and didn't. And so there's Ravage, and then there's Cormac Crane, Peter's secret cousin. And so, like you said, that's just the tip of the iceberg, though. We've got a whole ton of stories that we can talk to you about right now. If you want to go to the next slide, it's super exciting. So we got the first image is from the story that Joe's writing, and then next to that, with that Rocket Racer movie poster, we've got Brian Michael Bendis and Stuart Immonen. All the way on the right, we've got Frank Miller, comic legend Frank Miller. Yes, right? And legend in the making, Peach Momoko on art. Yes, incredible. If you go to the next one, we've got a story, Larry Lieber, who's Stan Lee's brother, who's co-created a bunch of characters for Marvel. He's 94 years old, and we had to include him into this because he's such an amazing writer. And so him with Giuseppe Camuncoli and Klaus Janson, We have one of the best Spider-Man writers ever, J.M. DeMatteis and Humberto Ramos in the middle. Yes. He wrote Craven's Last Hunt.
Craven's Last Hunt,
Yep.
absolutely.
All the way on the right, we have this. No one's ever seen this before, this panel right now. This is a page of Patrick Gleason art. We got, and the writer for that story is Noah Hawley of Alien Earth and Fargo fame, making his comics debut in this story. It's not. This story is incredible. And that's not even it. We have over 104 pages in this book. Another thing that no one outside of this room, I don't think, knows, Triple H from the WWE wrote a story in there. Yep, so with Ed McGuinness art. And closing it out, we have the man who's written more issues of Amazing Spider-Man than anyone, Dan Slott, with one of the all-time great Spider-Man artists, Marcos Martin, telling a story that picks at a thread of Amazing Fantasy 15 that you've never seen before. And granted, you'd think they must have said everything about this issue. They must have said everything. We didn't.
There's more?
There's more. Because in this issue, our friends at Marvel Studios hooked me up, and I got to interview Tom Holland and Destin Daniel Craig in this issue. We have the Spider-Man questionnaire, and they answered it, and they were so fun to talk to. And so you'll get that in this issue too. Amazing Spider-Man 1000. It comes out September 30th, so mark your calendars. We actually had to delay it for 2 weeks because the orders were so high, we ran out of paper. We ran out of paper for how many
Actual
orders.
literal fact.
Yep.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
We're so excited.
Oh, guys, I cannot wait to get my hands on issue 1000 in September. Thank you guys for being here. D23, let's hear it from Nick and Joe. That sounds awesome. Liz, a lot of people are obviously going to meet Spidey for the first time on the pages of the comics, but a huge part of the audience today is meeting Spidey for the first time in Disney Junior's hit series, Spidey and His Amazing Friends, a show that has racked up over 1 billion views on Disney Plus and introduced a whole new generation of fans to the iconic web-slinger.
Are you ready? I'm here to help. Power blasters activate. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot more adventures together.
Please welcome Head of Disney Junior Original Programming and Strategy, Alyssa Sapphire. Welcome to D23.
Thank you for having me. Hi, everyone.
I just said this, I have to say it again. This show, over 1 billion views. That's a lot of views. It is the longest running Spider-Man series. It is the most watched Marvel television series on Disney Plus. Clearly audiences are responding well to Spidey and His Amazing Friends. What has it been like to see so many people love this show?
It's just been incredible. It's been an absolute dream and a little intimidating, to be honest, to take a character so many people love and know and create a Spidey for preschoolers to call their own. And, you know, for that to be the first introduction to Spider-Man for so many, and even their first experience with the Marvel Universe. So we really understood the responsibility from day one, and everyone involved wanted to make sure we got it right.
One might say you have great power. One person. But this has been an incredible collaboration between Disney Junior and Marvel. Can you take me back to the beginning? How did the idea for Spidey and His Amazing Friends come to be, and what were you hoping that the preschool audience could take away from this as well?
Well, at Disney Junior, we really do make a point to understand preschoolers and meet them where they are, understanding their interests, their passions, what fuels their imagination. And we know that superheroes, especially Spider-Man, is so incredibly huge with this audience. I mean, I've seen it with my own kids. So when the time was right, we connected with our brilliant friends at Marvel to figure out what would be the right show for this specific preschooler audience, and everyone was excited about the possibility.
I love it. Here we are, all these years later, and everybody's loving it. We're at D23. Do you have anything special you can share with some of the biggest Spider-Man fans in the world here today?
I do. So here at D23, I'm so excited to announce that Spidey and His Amazing Friends has been renewed for season 7. So we can't wait for kids and families to go on this journey of new stories with us. So that's super exciting. And I have something else. I have a sneak peek, again, only here at D23. It's a sneak peek from the Spidey and Avengers Halloween team-up special that is airing this fall. But what's super cool about it is that we have 2 new villains we're introducing into the special. And Hallows Eve, who hasn't been part of Spidey and His Amazing Friends yet, she's going to be voiced by Esty Hyam from one of my favorite bands, Hyam. And then Patrick Stump from Fall Out Boy, who's done an extraordinary job as the music composer for the series. He plays Hallows Eve's partner in crime, Jack-o'-lantern, and they sing this awesome villain duet. You guys want to hear it? All right.
Excuse me, it's your own wand, pal. The neighborhood on the run. That's because we took away their fun. And I'm the spooky queen of mischief that I'll teach you how to make a mess. How to spoil it for everyone. And let me show you how it's done. Yeah, if you wanna home with me this Halloween, then listen up, Jack, and stick with me. I get my kicks out of playing tricks on you.
Anybody here a fan of Disney parks? We say we bring out the guys who are bringing the Spideyland to Disney parks around the world. Please welcome Brent Strong, Executive Creative Director, Walt Disney Imagineering, and Marvel Studios Executive of Experiences Development, Brian Crosby, to talk about the Spider-Man in Disney Experiences.
Brandon, how you doing? D23, what's going on? These are my people. Spider-Man, Disney parks, this is awesome, man. All of it together.
Welcome to D23. I gotta say, every once in a while, I'm like, wow, I get to do this for a living. And then I stand on here with guys like you who have what has to be a dream job, bringing these characters, and specifically Spider-Man, to Disney parks, Imagineering, all of that. What is a day in the life like doing this work, this awesome imagination work?
Well, if you've ever played with your favorite action figures, like, I did this morning,
no,
it's kind of like that every day. It's getting together with your closest friends and just imagining all the great stories we can tell. We get so inspired by the movies, by the video games, by the comics. We're like, how can we step into those stories? That's really what we're trying to think about every day.
We're constantly looking at how we can allow all of you to find the hero within, to sling webs like Spider-Man, to fly with the Avengers, you name it. And we get to do that as a job. Our day in the life is slinging webs. It is visiting Avengers campus. It is hanging out with heroes. Couldn't be better.
Tough job. Somebody's got to do it.
I'm glad I get to.
You mentioned the story, telling these stories. Part of every Spider-Man experience is, of course, the story. And we see that in the parks, You're wearing the Worldwide Engineer Brigade on your hat right there.
That's right.
It is a huge piece of the Avengers campus story, and I would love to hear about how you craft these stories for the parks with, you know, the history of the comics and everything Marvel Studios is doing. Can you talk about that process?
Yeah, it's not always easy to come up with something new, right? You gotta find a new way in. In fact, I don't know how many of you know this, but in the comics there was a group called the Teen Brigade. Anybody know the Teen Brigade? Thank you, sir. It's a bit of a deep cut, that's okay. The Teen Brigade kind of inspired us because these were these young, aspiring heroes that were actively working in science and technology, trying to create stuff for the superheroes. And we thought, that's maybe a way in for us. And then there was a story called The Superior Spider-Man. Anybody remember this? Yes? Okay, there we go. Where Dr. Octopus created Spider-Bots. And so those two ideas, the Teen Brigade and Spider-Bots, made their way into the stories we're telling in the parks.
Absolutely, and that Worldwide Engineering Brigade was exactly that opportunity for all of us to not only get to sling webs with Spider-Man, try out some of that technology, but to also bring Peter Parker into our stories, right? Peter Parker is so much a part of who Spider-Man is and why he's aspirational, and we just really wanted to make sure that we not only got a great Spider-Man adventure, but also a great Peter Parker adventure.
I'm a huge fan of the movies, of course, and I know there's incredible artists who work on these movies as well. Didn't you guys work with the Marvel Studios team and some folks from that team to develop the look of the Avengers Campus Spider-Man?
We did, yeah. We worked with Ryan Meinerding from the Marvel Studios Visual Development team. He actually designed, so we had to create a completely new suit for Spider-Man. You know, there's been a lot of suits over the years, but Ryan put pen to paper and designed a brand new suit for us at Disney Parks.
They helped out with the design of the Spider-Bots as well, and really making sure that every land we build feels like you're stepping directly into the films that you all know and love, right? We want you to actually step into those worlds, be a part of the adventure, and find that hero within.
You actually have to become, it's different in parts from other forms of storytelling, where you become the protagonist of the narrative. The characters have to interact with you, and you're the one going on an adventure. So we have to think about our stories a bit differently.
I go out there, I'm shooting those bots by the end of it. I'm competitive on that ride.
Get that upper body workout?
By the end of it, that's an arm day right
tonight after the parks presentation.
Do you think, who's gonna win? No. I feel like you guys...
We know some hidden secrets.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that smoke. I don't know if I want that. But looking ahead, there's a Spider-Man land coming in Shanghai.
That's right.
Yeah, we have our 9th themed land coming to Shanghai Disneyland, and our first land anywhere in the world that's devoted entirely to Spider-Man. It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
So why did the parks decide that this was the chance to lean into Spidey for an entire land?
Well, you know, we're always looking to tell new stories all around the globe, right? We have Avengers Campus here in California, we have the Stark Expo in Hong Kong, and it just made sense. Spider-Man is just one of these universally beloved characters, right? Who doesn't want to do that? That looks like a ton of fun. One of these universally beloved characters has so many characters within that world, that it just made sense to bring it to life.
This is going to take the Worldwide Engineering Brigade story to a completely new level.
Worldwide?
Worldwide.
Truly worldwide.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Brian. I cannot wait until we book our trip to Shanghai. Because I gotta go. You have to take me over there now.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
You guys hear that? Ladies and gentlemen, your friend in the neighborhood, Spider-Man showrunner Jeff Trammell. Jeff, what was that?
What was what? Hopefully it doesn't protect people who've been around any weird black inky goo, but I think we're good.
Interesting. I think everyone in this room will agree. What you have been doing with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is nothing short of amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you guys. I'm really excited for you guys to see more of it. So it means a lot that you guys have tuned in, and hopefully you're excited for anything that comes next.
I also think everybody here is excited for what comes next, so I don't mean to put you on the spot, but what's in store for season 2?
It's a great question. Move out of the way so you guys can get pictures. Season 1 of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was us setting the board. Season 2, we get to play the game. So that means we really get to lean into telling incredible stories. Peter's coming back, he's leveled up as Spider-Man, and that means all the threats have leveled up as well. So we're gonna see some, I know season 1, he faced a lot of kind of newer villains. This time we're gonna lean into a bit more of the classics.
I think this is probably the most comics accurate take we've ever seen on Spider-Man outside of the comics themselves. Can you talk about the influences on the character and the production design and how you guys look at the pages of Marvel Comics to craft your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
Yeah, I mean, we're fortunate enough that we have 65 years of Spider-Man to pull from, to be inspired by, to hopefully, make sure that we take the classics and give you guys something fresh and new that you're excited about, which means when we go to our villain designs, we're led by like Leo Romero, who's incredible, who has been the kind of lead anchor for designing these characters, making sure that we give you that classic take within a fun new way.
What are we looking at right now? What's on them?
I mean, you think these might
Those are
be
pretty cool
some,
characters, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, some classic looks of some new characters for our show. I don't want to spoil anybody, but
it's just us here.
It's just us.
Just us here.
So we've got Rhino, who we met in season 1. We have the Lizard, who we met in season 1. We have Dr. Otto Octavius, who we got really acquainted to in season 1, but is coming back with a fun new look for season 2.
It looks really cool. One thing fans have been clamoring for since we ended season 1, there's a little tease. I don't know if this has anything to do with what we all kind of might have heard later. I don't know what you're talking about, but there was a little snippet, maybe. Can you care to elaborate?
So anyone who saw season 1 saw that Spider-Man and Doctor Strange may have mistakenly let a little symbiote into our world, but it'll be fine, don't worry. Norman Osborn has it, so it's in good hands, guys. Come on, don't worry about that. It'll be great, no worries.
Now, to continue with my tradition of putting you on the spot.
Yes.
When will we finally see season 2?
That's a great question. I mean, you guys have been super patient, waiting for season 2, so I'm excited to say you don't have to wait too much longer. Season 2 will drop this January.
You guys excited for season 2? January's still kind of far away though, right? It's a little bit down the road, it's a few months, I think. If my calculations are correct. I'm something of a scientist myself. Are there other characters you might be excited for audiences to meet? Anything we can learn? Or, since we've talked a lot, we're at D23. January's a little bit down the road. Can you show us some of the characters we're gonna meet?
Come on!
Since you guys have been patient, and since it's just us, and that guy has his phone out, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think we can show them something.
Harry Osborn, right? Mind if I get a few words? Maybe even an interview about your new venture, Web? It could make for a great profile piece.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Eddie Brock, part-time reporter at the Daily Bugle.
And full-time gossip reporter for the tabloids.
And you are?
None of your concern, because we only do interviews with fact-checking, non-sneering, reputable reporters who aren't writing retractions every week. Goodbye.
Just think about it.
I can't believe you came. And you look amazing.
Thanks.
Do you want something to eat? You missed most of it, but I'm sure they have some broccoli fritters.
Fried broccoli is the kind of healthy balance I want in my life.
Still no sign of Norman, sir, though his son is here.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
But let's see if we can turn this lemon into lemonade.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please? I just want to say cheers to a wonderful evening and to a very special guest, one who I came here to see and destroy.
I'm no expert, but that code seems a tad informal for this event, don't you think?
Back off, incessant arachnid! This is between me and Norman Osborn.
I'm not a fan of the guy either, but this feels a bit much.
You know what? You're right. This code is more fitting outdoors.
Now that has a ring to it. What the?
Spider-Man. An obstacle I didn't account for. I won't make the same mistake again. Now it's time I take my leave. Here's a parting gift.
Gotcha, man.
Swinging through the city so fast you can barely notice him. One problem, you know what's after that? Bring your neighborhood, taking care of their habitat. Don't worry about the time, fighting crime. From beginners, so now we fly high. Like Spidey says, give him some backup. And the dollar comes in a car seat, and I think we're even better with the tip.
Hey, show of hands real quick and also yell it out. Anybody been to the movies lately to see a movie called Spider-Man Brand New Day?
Hey, what's up, D23? I'm sorry that I couldn't be there in person. I have been a fan of Spider-Man my entire life, and getting to be a part of the legacy of this character is incredible and honestly still a bit surreal. I think that there are videos of me floating around as a kid saying that playing Peter Parker is my dream, and getting to live that dream has been one of the greatest privileges of my career. So have an incredible D23, and from everyone over here, lots of love.
Tom just started a couple of the biggest movies of the summer, and he's taking a very well-earned break, you would say. But we do have a couple of icons here to celebrate with us. Please, D23, welcome Ned Leeds himself, Jacob Bella. So this movie has made $1.8 billion. That's already old information. It's made $1.999999999 billion already. We'll check again at the end of the night.
Thanks to you, by the way.
Oh my
Thanks to
Kevin, what do you think it is about Spider-Man and these characters that made everybody want to go to the theaters and watch it together?
Other than Jacob? No, you know, I've been watching this panel backstage. The people who work on Spider-Man love Spider-Man as much as the fans do. They are the fans. Everyone who's been on this stage tonight loves Spider-Man, and that goes into the work, and that goes to the producer of the movie, Amy Pascal, and to Tom Rothman, who runs Sony Pictures, who made the movie. That these people love Spider-Man, and it really is. And I will tell you, when we made Brand New Day, we set out saying, well, we'll never make more than No Way Home. We'll never make it bigger than No Way Home. So let's just go deeper and make it special. And I have a memory of, we were on set of No Way Home, which of course was about Tobey and Andrew and Tom, 3 Spider-Man together. How do you get bigger than 3 Spider-Man, right? Well, sitting on a golf cart outside the set were Zendaya and Jacob and Tom. And it occurred to me looking at those 3 that trio is as iconic as the 3 Spider-Man. And now Brand New Day proved that. So it's very impressive. Very impressive.
I just want to say, I feel like from all of us, we know if it weren't for you all here today, we would not be here. So thank you so much, and we just love you guys.
You love all of us, we all love Ned Leeds. What was it like to come back as Ned Leeds, but have to portray a very different relationship with Tom's Peter and Spider-Man this time around?
It's tough because, we love each other so much, so pretending to not look at him all day, and pretending not to hear his voice all day, it's hard. He's like such a loud person. He's like so nice and calm to everybody else, but to me, it's just like a bro. So, but it was really fun, and it's just great to have the story be so great, and get to be a part of something so beautiful and so special.
Through several awesome movies, you've done some really cool stuff with Ned. Is there anything you still really want to do with this character? Because, by the way, you could pitch it to him right now. He's right there.
I don't know, you can't just tell your boss, hey, give me this job. It's not without the job.
Anything you want, sir. You're in a very big movie. You're a very big star now. Just let us know. Assist you.
Takes us, we're willing to follow. I feel like we've all worked with amazing people, made great things, and we just want to be a part of something you all love.
Anyway, we can joke about what you might want to do, or be serious about what you might want to do, and see where these characters go. But with 65 years of Spider-Man, Kevin, is there anything from the comics that you still would like to see Spider-Man do in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, lots and lots and lots. That's the great thing of having 65 years of comics and having the great animated series and having the Spider-Verse movies that Sony Animation does. There is so much story to tell that even after 65 years, we're just starting.
When Marvel Studios started, there were a lot of characters that you couldn't use. And now, you just introduced Jean Grey in a Spider-Man movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's big potatoes. Can you talk about why this was the perfect place to launch one of the key X-Men characters?
It all came out of story. It came out of the story that we were talking about with Amy and with Destin and with Tom, who had a lot of story input in this film, thank goodness. And we were looking for a different type of mystery and putting Peter at the forefront of being a detective almost for the first half of the movie. And it just sort of evolved to the point where we thought, we were looking for who could fit that bill. And it became Jean Grey. And I'm very glad that it did, and in large part because of Sadie Sink. Because when we landed on Sadie Sink and realized the connection she would have with the rest of this cast, is what really locked that in.
Speaking of X-Men and references, I do hope you're all doing this until you're 90.
I'll get there first, Jake.
Yeah. I'd like to do it till I'm 100, for sure. It's a beautiful time.
You've done this for 7 movies now, and you've got the biggest Spider-Man movie of all time, What does it mean to you both to be such an integral part of the Spider-Man legacy now?
I think for me, just like a lot of people growing up in the 2000s, Spider-Man was sort of like my first superhero movie and like sort of like foray into like the sort of like genre. And this full circle moment in my life, getting to meet Toby and do all those things together and be a part of the new generation's films of Spider-Man is beautiful, and it's great to see everyone's journey with it. I mean, I would truly not be here without Spider-Man. I truly would not be here without you.
I remember watching the 60s cartoon, which was in repeats when I was watching as a kid, and it said in color. Still, why does it? Everything's in color. Why does it say in color? And that's where I learned that TV used to be black and white. But it's amazing. I will say, I got a little emotional backstage here in Stan's voice at the top of this panel. Stan Lee, who, of course, without whom this would not exist, and Steve Ditko, and feeling like a temporary steward of their legacy is something I take very, very seriously.
Doing a great job. This has been absolutely amazing. I loved this movie and all of the other movies you guys have made. It would be crazy to gather here and not watch something together. And Jacob, I had asked you, I said, look, do you have something maybe like, so your favorites, like, you know, something you could share with D23 and we could all experience it in the room?
I did bring along with me this clip. I'm sure everyone has seen it at this point, but it is my favorite. It is when Spider-Man decides to come up to see his old friend Ned, and they just kind of spend have an afternoon together. So, hope you enjoy it.
Spider-Man Homecoming in 2016, very young Jacob and very young Tom were off in the back working on something, didn't know what it was. And I saw them come over to the director, John Watson, and go, hey, we have this idea for a handshake. We made up this handshake that friends have. Could we do it? And John said, yeah, let's do it. And now it's the culminating moment in one of the biggest movies of all time. So I want to thank you.
Speaking of a culminating moment, Jake, can I ask you can we culminate this moment? It ended the movie, it ended the show.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, nice. Yeah. Also a little pause there for a little bit. No.
Well, that's the coolest thing that's ever going to happen in my life. Thank you guys so much for being here. My Spidey sense, my Peter tingle is telling me it's time to go. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Jacob, for being here. We couldn't let all of you leave without a parting gift to celebrate 65 years of Spider-Man and being here together. Marvel Comics created this custom lithograph featuring great Spider-Man costumes, comics, games, animation, movies,